Welcome back to Rime of the Frostmaiden, everybody. When last you guys gathered here, you had found yourself in the far northern prison of Revel's End. You came with Bellion Harpel after deciding to seek out a member of the arcane brotherhood that was imprisoned there, trying to find the secrets to enter into the crack the glacier of Reged and find your way into the secret Netherese city of Ythrun, buried far beneath the glacier, where you have intuited and learned in your journeys may contain secrets that would allow you to stop the never-ending curse of the Frostmaiden that has locked you in winter forever. Valian and several other members of the Arcane Brotherhood have been seeking this themselves, including Valish Gaunt, the prisoner that was locked here. You encountered several of them, including one whose simulacrum you met in a spire of the city that was not connected to the main portion of it. You traveled to the prison of Revel's End, and there you met Valish and staged a faux escape in order to extract from him the information on how to get into the city of Ythrun from what he had learned. Apparently, Valian felt that in his research he would be the one to know the most. He told you that he did not possess the power to crack open the Reged Glacier, but only those that worshipped at the altar of the Frostmaiden herself had encoded their secrets in an ancient tome by the name of the Codicil of White that could be found on a mysterious island where they built their area of worship in the ancient structures built by frost giants many years before. He didn't tell you the name of the island or the location, but you had sensed and has actually seen visions of it in the past in an elven mirror inside of the tomb of your former mummy friend, Sanar, who you abandoned and let be slaughtered. Through some amazing performance checks, convincing Valish that you were nothing but forthright and honest, Valish immediately decided to divulge the location and the coordinates of this island where you could find the Codicil so that you could sail immediately there straight along the way. Actually, that didn't happen at all. Cadillac buffooned and bumbled his way through performing, only for Valish to become suspicious of you all, suspicions that were realized when, beneath the decks, the warden of the very prison that he was held captive in made her appearance and locked him in irons and clamped his jaws shut. Knowing that where you needed to head and what you were looking for is the only information that you had. Captain of the ship agreed that he would give you passage and told you that he may know an ancient one in the region that would be able to potentially know the location of such an island, since you knew it not. He told you that there was an ancient whale that had been awakened by a druid many, many years hence. A whale by the name of Ankajuk, basically the Moby Dick of the region, and that he was known to lurk around the former home of the druid that awakened him in the far north. One need only ring his bell to summon him, and then if you were able to gain his favor, Ankajuk may be able to tell you and divulge the location of this mysterious island. Along the way, you agreed to participate in the workings of the ship and to work for the captain to gain your passage. They were privateers, and along the way you encountered a ship locked in ice, frozen over and seemingly abandoned. Not one to pass up a good salvage, and to find anything useful or valuable, the captain ordered you and several of his men to explore the ship and to salvage it. There you discovered this abandoned ship to not be so abandoned. An ice troll below decks was scratching away, trying to break into a chamber where several frost kobolds had made their homes. You found Not this to be abandoned, but there to be a hoard of treasure, filled of gold and gems and jewels of multiple sorts, frozen over with a thick layer of ice. Several of the men decided to try to melt away some of the treasure and were able to break some of it loose. You defeated the frost troll and the kobolds hid away. When something terrible happened. And I'm going to take you there now. We're going to relive that moment of horror. If you'll bear with me for one moment. As we hope that Roll20 is actually functional for us. It's trying. Allow me to set the scene. You are in the basement of the ship. You are searching around, finding the gold. You've just defeated these creatures when all of a sudden, over the howling wind, you hear the flaps of titanic wings.
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight.
When you hear that voice from the top, as a giant dragon makes its way down below. What do you all do?
So,
We know about.
Allow me to set the tension a little bit higher. You hear crunching and loud snort accompanied by the sound of claws scraping against ice-glazed timbers, and the voice of that which can only be truly immense dragon fills the bowels of the ship, saying, "I smell your flesh and hear the panic of beating hearts. Ready your spells, my lord. We have uninvited guests." It may be loud.
I'm gonna.
The sound is super loud.
I'm turning it down.
I'm gonna pop the cap on one of my greater potions of healing.
Greater potion of healing coming up. You hear a scream, like the Wilhelm scream from the one member of the captain's party that was on top of the deck that did not descend with you. And you hear the crunching sound of breaking bones. You all are below deck. Dragon is on top. You've heard its voice. You have but a moment to act.
And there's not a way out of this place. Right?
Well, there's not a door or a window or anything. Zarya and Yatara have both basically failed their check against frightful presence and are entirely paralyzed with fear.
So am I correct in seeing a staircase that's going down a level?
Going
in the
up.
middle? Okay, so that's a staircase going up. Got it.
That's going up to the second level. You're on the third level. You all drop down the hole in the deck. That's going up to the middle level, and then there, at the middle level, there is another level above that is the deck level.
Got it. So we're at the bottom.
You're at the bottom. That actually, yeah, that descends to the top level. So the deck level would be like above the kobolds and stuff. So yeah, that descends up to the top deck basically. You're at the bottom.
What are these kobolds doing?
They are bowing down and making worshipful appearances. Is the music too intense still, or have I got it better?
I think it's
It's fine.
Okay.
It's better, yeah.
I'm kind of thinking maybe I just sort of nudge Ordella and kneel down and start making the same gesture that the kobolds are making.
Yeah, I was thinking about wondering how much a kobold weighs, so maybe I could throw a kobold in. Like, here, I have this.
I'm going to prepare to enact my plan.
Okay. Cadillac, what are you doing?
I am going to sort of sneak around here and see if I can get an eye shot of him flying around from the opening above us.
Yeah. Here's what
Through
you
the
see.
skylight, as it were.
Here's what you see. It sticks its giant head down through the opening, giant neck, and it swings its head down there. And how closely are you looking as this neck of this giant worm descends down into the hall, sort of looping around?
Well, I guess.
How about just roll me perception?
Okay, sure.
Because you were sort of trying to look up.
Yep. There we go.
13. Okay. As it sticks its head down in there, you hear this sniffing noise, and then Cadillac, you notice something. The eyes of the dragon are entirely clouded over, like they are filled with cataracts.
Oh,
Interesting.
And you hear again this powerful sniffing.
I am going to go ahead and throw all caution to the wind here, and say, "Be gone, foul fiend," and I'm going to shoot him with Sunbeam, since I have a clear view of him.
Nice. Good answer.
Okay, before you do this, let me clear the board a bit here. The ice troll's gone. Ordella, you still have a dancing sword out.
Huh?
Go ahead and roll me initiative.
I feel like Harkus, had he known that there were cataracts, would have probably murdered one of these kobolds and just tried to walk on by. Just wearing the kobold the whole time.
Told you we should sacrifice a kobold.
Okay, I guess we're rolling initiative.
Yeah, you're rolling initiative with the dragon. I'm not sure.
That's not
Nobody
good.
wants to go first.
Let's see what Arvietrus rolls. You see on the back of the dragon, Cadillac, as you ready a sunbeam, there is a rider on the back of the dragon. And you roll me another perception check, Cadillac. Yeah, okay. 23, you get it. The rider is an entirely desiccated corpse that has been roped onto the back of the dragon, still wearing what looks like wizard robes and vestments, but is definitely just a corpse.
Lovely.
Nice.
And the dragon periodically seems to speak to the corpse.
Absolutely lovely.
You let loose a sunbeam?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and roll that. It's a check for the dragon. Con save for the dragon.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it disadvantage. Okay. Disadvantage, it rolls a 16. That passes the check.
Oh, damn it.
Of course it
It
does.
takes half of that.
Correct.
So half of 25. Yeah. Round it up. So like 13 or something. And she lets out a tremendous snort. And then sniffs. And actually seems to laugh. And make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ruh-roh. That's
You've
not
never-
high.
You've never been so frightened in your entire life.
Okay, wait a minute. I have a +1 on save, so I think that would be. I think that would be a 9. I'm not sure if it calculates that automatically.
That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Still a fail.
darn. Oh no.
You are very, very afraid of it. You are frightened.
Oh,
So you're not able to move any closer to this thing at all.
son of a gun.
You realize just how truly massive she is. And Dragon turns as you sort of have blasted at her and whips a tail at you.
Oh no.
Cadillac, this should maybe give you an idea of what you might need to do. 31 to hit.
Oh yeah, you know what? Just barely. Just barely.
It meets.
31 to hit. Does. What's that do? 17 bludgeoning damage as you're smacked with the tail.
Okay.
And the dragon paws claws in your direction. Does a 16 hit you?
Oh my god.
It meets. So yes, it does.
16 hits.
Yes, it does.
Does 15 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
And she claws again, just sort of randomly in your direction. 12.
That does not hit.
Dragon seems to just sort of pawing in like the direction of where your sunbeam came from. Yeah, you get the strong sense that she's blind, but very attuned with other senses. Leonard, it's your turn. Dragon is not happy.
Yeah, I'm not going to try what I was going to try now because it can't see. So it really doesn't matter if I attack some guy that it doesn't know is there. And my AC is lower than 31. So I'm gonna is there a hole in the side of this boat?
There's not, but there doesn't mean there couldn't be one.
You can make
there's
one.
about to be.
Like a Leonard
I'm
shaped
gonna-
hole.
I'm gonna aim at just to orient myself. The ship above water is trapped in ice.
Yep.
but I didn't see a mountain or anything. Like it's just ice and frozen water.
That's right.
Okay, then I'm gonna blow a hole like right here.
So you're trying to figure out if you blow a hole, is ice water going to pour into where you're at?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it is, but that's also an out hole.
It is an out hole underneath the frozen ice. This is true.
Then we'll need a second out hole to get out of the ice.
Okay, how are you going to blow a hole?
Okay, I am going to summon my drone.
Okay. I'm summoning it. You just keep telling me what Droney Drone's going to do.
And Droney Drone is going to aim the 15-foot cone at this 15-foot stretch of wall.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
No, the wall needs to make a dex save.
No, it doesn't. It fails. Just give me the damage. It's not moving.
Okay, let me find this. All right.
What kind of damage is this?
Fire damage. 7.
Right, so it's not exploding damage.
No, it is just fire.
So you have a flamethrower, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're inside of a boat, right?
Uh-huh.
And your idea is, I'm going to shoot the flamethrower at the wall of the boat, and that's going to knock a hole in it.
It's a magical flamethrower.
That is true. Okay. The wall of the boat's on fire.
Yay!
I'll give you this. It'll burn through in a minute. But I don't think that it's, am I being... It's not an exploding thing. This is not like force damage, right?
Well, would force damage be exploding?
Like, it might... I think that force would be like blasting something back, right?
Oh, then it's a force ballista drone.
Oh, can you change that?
Yeah, it can be a flamethrower, a force ballista, or a protector drone that gives 10 hit points.
Okay, well that's better than just lighting it on fire. You do 7 damage. You knock out a couple of planks.
Yeah, it's the same roll, so it's still 2d8, but it's force damage, and it pushes the target some distance away from the cannon.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, you knock a little hole in it. You're able to see daylight through it. I don't have a good way to make that happen.
That's fine.
Because I didn't really anticipate that, but, you know, there's a little itty-bitty hole. It's too small for you to squeeze through at the moment. At the moment. Cadillac, what do you do?
Okay, so refresh my memory. What can I do when I am terrified?
You just can't move any closer to that thing.
Okay, good, because I had no intention of moving closer. How fortunate. So I am going to back off over here, and
I want to make sure you might have to also use your speed to move away. Okay, so condition frightened. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls when you can see it, and you can't willingly move any closer to it. So everything is harder because you're shaky.
Right.
You can't get any closer to it.
Okay, so I'm going to get a bit further away from it, and then I am going to use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith to buff myself just a teeny little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and fire Sunbeam again.
I love your notion of I'm just going to keep on attacking the dragon. I think I can win. Okay, con save. What's the DC? She rolls a 16.
Ah, damn it!
Takes 13 range. And the dragon immediately whips around its head, dropping all the way down into its lair. And whips around its head directly at you, Cadillac. Its mouth opening, and you can see blue light welling up inside of its throat as its eyes, its clouded eyes, fix in your direction. And blue light is bellowing up inside of the depths of its throat. Ordella is up.
Yay. Okay.
Leonard is meanwhile trying to force Ballista a hole in the boat to get away.
How far away is the dragon?
It is in the other room from you. You are behind a little wall. You're able to sort of peek out and see it, so you're sort of concealed from it at the moment. Through the door, it's about 40 feet from you.
Oh, poopies.
Your dancing sword is out there.
Okay.
Well, Poopy's what?
No, I was gonna see what else I could do, but I have to be able to see it. Like,
Well, you can move.
yeah, I could, and then I die.
Possibly. I'm not trying to kill you.
Okay.
I just have no
Yeah.
idea what's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to use my dancing longsword first.
Okay. This is a hit.
For 7.
Okay.
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 And then no, let me see. Okay, well, sorry. I want to use Tasha's Caustic Brew on it.
Okay.
How much do I have to be seen? Well, never mind, because it's blind.
What is Tasha's Caustic Brew saying?
It says 30 feet range.
So you're going to have to get a little closer to it.
Maybe I'll just do Firebolt instead. It's further. For now.
Hey, you going to lean out the door, look at it, and...
Yeah. Now, door, shoot Firebolt, I guess.
All right. Move
Try
your
that.
character. Move your character token.
Where?
You can move. Here's the door right here.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
You should be able to see the big, terrible dragon now.
Yes, I see the big, terrible dragon. And I'm pretty sure 10 does not hit.
Oh no. It does not. Certainly not. Where are you going? You staying there? Or are you moving back undercover?
I move back.
Yeah. It's up to you.
And
that it
thanks,
for your
I
turn?
think I'll just die.
Harkus, you're up.
Okay, I would like to think that as I begin moving toward the door, knowing, having heard all of this and knowing sort of what's going on, that in the background, the John Bon Jovi classic Blaze is playing in the background over an invisible PA system. And Harkus, in sort of a slow motion sort of run, is basically using his sort of fancy monk sort of silent walking, aka fingers, to run up to the dragon, knowing that he's already ridden one of these bitches before and is about to jump up on its back, kick that dead crap off of it, and ride it into the sunset.
We'll miss you.
This is what he's trying to do. So now that it's down in here, I'm going to run up and try to basically jump up on it and move the dead wizard and take the reins.
Okay. Make me the most important acrobatics check you've ever made.
Athletics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
You are pulling a Legolas, sir.
And you're an orc.
No!
13.
I feel like a 13's enough. I feel like the thing is dead and the other thing is blind. I thought it'd be good.
We'll see.
And he's fixated on Cadillac.
He is fixated on Cadillac.
Just doing my duty.
I tell you what, we're gonna roll it. I'll give him disadvantage, and I'm gonna roll his dexterity, dragon dexterity, and we'll see if he's moving. If you manage to beat it, if you beat it, you're on.
Oh, come on!
Critical success. He rolls a 20. Shit you not. Really. I know it rolled it silently. I'm going to text it to you just as evidence here. It's going to the group text so that everybody can see it. It's too lazy to undo this. Where's my group text not showing? Here we go. This has got to go to group text, right? Yeah. Harkus, here's what happens. You try to do this Legolas leap onto the back of the dragon, and as you do, the dragon sort of whips and flicks its wings, and you land on the ground directly below its jaws.
No.
It hasn't noticed you at all. You're right below its.
Out of there.
You're right below its mouth. It, like, looking or trying to stare directly in the direction of Cadillac, and you can feel the cold energy welling up inside of its neck as it's readying what looks like some sort of terrible blast heading right at Cadillac. You're right underneath it, and you can feel all of the heat leaving from your body and sucking into this thing.
Let's see here. Well, like standing up, is it lying down? What do we do?
It's on 4 legs. You are sort of on your back in like a crab pose. Like, think like you're on your back, but you're sort of on all 4s, crab walking. It hasn't noticed you.
Think
It's
of it like
opening its
Captain Kirk
mouth.
going, ah!
Can I slide underneath it?
Yes, you're underneath it.
Change the oil.
You feel the cold energy being ready to eliminate Cadillac from the existence of this plane.
I'm going to slide underneath it, and then, assuming that this anatomic drawing is correct, can I try to loosen a strap?
Yeah. Yeah, that isn't hard to do.
Let me try and loosen one of his straps.
How are you going to do that? What kind of check are you going to make to do this?
This seems like... I mean, I guess it's just like a sort of... All I'm doing is trying to, like... If there's not knots or something on it...
I think, well, it's like strapped in there. I think it's like dexterity, maybe.
Yeah, either that or just like a cutting
Or
of
strength.
the cutting of the leather strap.
If you're gonna cut it, it's gonna be like strength. If you're gonna try to undo it, it's gonna be dexterity.
Is it just a strength check? Just a
Yeah, you're doing this under pressure. If you're gonna try to like cut the straps. 13. It is just a strap. So yes, the strap cuts. And it slices. It's brilliant. It is the dragon's turn. And it wells up right at you, Cadillac. A giant, like, blue light opens inside of its mouth. You've never seen anything so horrifying in your entire life. And a giant beam of what can only be described as cold energy starts to come out of its mouth. And as it does, the rider starts to slip as the straps have been cut off of the back of the dragon. And the dragon feels the rider sliding off of its back. And you hear the voice of the dragon go, "Melthorond, no!" And she turns and swivels around backwards as this beam of cold energy blasts upwards and just obliterates part of the ship in the opposite direction from you.
Good job, good job.
As she flops around and desperately tries to find the rider that the corpse that was riding on her back that has slid off of her.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do I see that happen?
You see that happen. You see the dragon blast a beam of cold air away from everybody, trying to sort of like catch the rider that's falling off. She sort of turns her body as the undead rider falls off of her back. The straps and the whole harness and everything falls down. And she lets out this horrible, like, squeal. And she says, "Melthorond, no!" Something, and then something about "someone help."
Okay, my second question is, does this corpse look like it has stuff?
Roll perception.
Okay.
No, it just looks like an undead corpse. And,
undead or
He said undead.
or dead, not undead. He is dead. I apologize. The
Yeah,
dead corpse.
Kenshaw and I had the same thought. What?
The dead corpse. The dead corpse, not undead.
Not a living
As-
corpse.
No, definitely I meant to say desiccated, not undead. The desiccated corpse has absolutely nothing on it but what looks like wizard robes and nothing. Nothing successful. And then the dragon is sort of flailing around, trying to find the undead wizard. And sorry, wrong button.
I would like to try my climb again.
I can't
Yeah.
understand.
The dragon is flailing around and she's yelling, "Help! Help! Melthorond, help!" And sort of turns and says, "Whoever lends a helping hand will be spared."
That's a tough one.
Next in initiative is Leonard.
All right. All right, we're going to pivot. No, I can't get there. I'm gonna keep blasting away.
Where are you trying to get to?
Well, I was going to try to get to Methelrond.
Yeah, you can get there. It's only 25 feet away. Here, do you want me to put a Methelrond out there?
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
I
that could be
He's
helpful,
on the
yeah.
other side of the dragon.
Let me find a Methelrond for you guys. Hang on. Something to represent him. It's going to be a mummy figure because that's the closest to a desiccated corpse I've got. But there's not really a living mummy here. It is just a corpse. So give it just a minute to load the mummy. Roll 20 is tried. Okay. There we go. There's Methelrond.
Okay.
Or the corpse of what you assume is Methelrond. And the dragon is flailing around.
I'm going to run over there.
Okay.
And drag him to the dragon.
Okay.
And then as a free action say, we, Toots Crew, have rescued your companion from the slavers that trapped us here.
Roll me persuasion, please.
Okay. Is this a thing that somebody could help with? And the reason I say that is my persuasion is +0.
Cadillac or Harkus or Della, can you help?
I'm perfectly willing to try, but
How are you going to help?
well,
I have
Um,
a look.
I guess what
I'm gonna try it. Here
Pop
goes.
out and go. We saved him. The slavers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we totally
I'm
saved
gonna-
them. Yes, absolutely.
All right, Leonard, roll me persuasion. Take advantage.
Good.
17 and
We're sticking with the 17.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the 17.
Yes.
Just. Yep, 17
Oh,
is
yay.
good. 17 is good enough.
Nice. Praise the Lord.
The dragon looks over at you. The critical 1. The dragon looks over at you, Leonard, or looks
That's
in your
good.
direction and says, "Help me. Return Methelrond to me, and all of you may leave here unmolested."
Done and done. We're getting him back up there and cozy and tied in. I'll artifice some straps.
You know, we'll give him some pelts to keep him cozy.
Okay. Next up in initiative, then, is Cadillac, who is frightfully afraid.
I think that while this is going on and he's ceased to be, they have ceased to be an immediate threat, I'm just tiptoeing back into this corner, keeping Dust Crusher sort of facing, but I'm not attacking.
Yeah. The dragon just sort of lets out snorts periodically. And no.
I don't think that there are any bonus actions I want to burn here, so I think I'm good.
Ordella. The 2 guards are just petrified with fear. Or the 2 other sailors that survive are petrified with fear. Ordella, you're up. Leonard has the corpse in his grasp.
Okay. Well, I'm going to help Leonard strap the corpse to the dragon.
Okay. You do that. You jump up there. The dragon sort of bends down and allows you to climb up. And how do you do that?
I go through some of my blacksmith tools and leather and stuff that I carry with me and try to repair the saddle, harness, whatever.
Make me a insight check.
Inside. Woo!
Ooh.
You're not certain that the dragon is being honest with letting you go.
Ah. Great. All right. Then I loosely prepare it.
Okay. You prepare the harness and strap Methelrond into it, and cinch him down, and yeah, he's strapped back onto the back of the dragon. Harkus, what do you do?
Because this seems like an opportune time, and I'm still looking for a way to ride a dragon. I'm gonna go. Oh, hold on. That one's not quite tight. I'm gonna climb up and sort of push Methelrond out quietly while sort of Indiana Jonesing myself into the seat. I'm gonna go. That's better. And I'm just gonna sort of like shift in my seat, like, let's go.
And I'm backing away.
The dragon snarls
Behind here.
at you and all of you insolent individuals down at the bottom, and she blasts upward into the sky, carrying Harkus with her.
We'll miss you.
Far, far away, up into the sky. That's what she does in her turn. Harkus, she has a speed.
As I'm flying away, I'm saying, "You're welcome."
She has a speed that allows her to go 80 feet up in this 6 seconds.
Okay.
Leonard, it's your turn.
Okay. So Methelrond is still down here.
Yep.
Okay.
Harkus is now way high above you all.
I need to better understand how my drone works.
Okay.
How do I command it to shoot fire?
Just tell me what you want it to do.
Wait
So,
until
what-
Marcus jumps off.
What I would like to do is have the flamethrower aimed at the corpse
Oh.
in the event that we need to apply some leverage and be able to trigger that from perhaps not right beside it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Only we had a bag of holding to put the Methelrond in.
I love it. So you set up a remote detonation on her corpse friend.
Right.
All right, and you've done that. It's ready to go. What do you do now?
All right, I'm getting out, going up the stairs.
Going up the steps? Yep, you make your way up to the top of the ship. You see the destroyed body of the other sailor, and you're able to see way up above you, about 80 feet up in the air, there's a dragon shooting upwards, carrying Harkus on its back. Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. I think I'm going to ascend to the top deck.
You also make your way to the top deck. You see Harkus very far up in the air on the back of a giant dragon.
How far away am I now since I've climbed the deck?
I mean, the deck was 10 feet deep, so you used like 10 feet of your movement.
Okay, so it's about 70 feet away.
That's 80 feet above you. Oh yeah, sure, 70 feet up. Yeah.
Okay. That is out of range of anything other than Sunbeam that I have.
Good plan. Sunbeam, the dragon with Harkus on it.
Yeah, that would be a good plan.
He knew what he was doing.
He knowed what he was up to. I think that I am going to.
He would have wanted it this way.
This is exactly how I intended to go out.
Yeah, I'm looking through my spells here. Unfortunately, nothing really has that big of a range. So, can I hold my action?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Until, if it comes back down on the deck, can I cast a spell at it? I haven't quite decided which spell I want to cast yet, but can I just say I'm going to cast a spell?
Yes. All right, you're on the deck. Are you?
Yes.
Leonard, you're running. Leonard's like leaping over the side of the boat. So are the two guards sailors that were down there. They run up here, and both of them leap over the edge of the boat and are heading back across the ice towards your ship. Ordella, you're up.
All right, I guess I'm running back up to the top two. Where is it?
I'll move you.
Okay, thank you.
You're on the top with everyone else.
Sweet. I'm trying to see what I have that goes first. All I got is Firebolt.
Okay.
Shoot Firebolt at it.
Are you shooting a firebolt?
Yes.
Roll it.
I am not shooting a Firebolt.
Not even close. Harkus, you're on the back of the dragon. You're very high in the sky.
You can go twice as high.
Are there perhaps like maybe I could steer a little bit with, or is this more of like a ceremonial position, like I'm just in the back, sort of?
Methelron's like straps and harness were sliced off, and now he's roped on loosely. No harness.
Wait, where's Methel? What? I thought he was on the ground down there.
Methelron's on the ground. You knocked him out. His harness was cut off, and now there are sort of loose ropings that are there, left by Ordella.
Yeah. Remember, I didn't do it too tight. I was planning on him
I remember this, but
falling off.
does it? But on inspection, does it look like he was in control of this, or is the dragon in control?
He was
The
dead.
dragon is definitely in control. He was definitely dead.
All right. Then I think at this point, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to depart the scene, and I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
Oh god, roll me a flight check.
No,
You're
it's
falling
fine.
now
It's
from
fine.
eight.
I'm just gonna fall, and then as I get close, I'm going to cast my wings unfurled and unfurl my spectral draconic wings.
Okay. How? When are you going to unfurl those?
Well, it says that my wings will fly me at my walking speed, which is 45 feet. So you just told me that I was 80 feet in the air. So I'm basically going to fall about 15 feet and then unfurl my draconic wings.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm concerned, the blind dragon is not going to know where I am.
It's very good. It does not. It senses that you dropped off and swirls around and begins circling overhead. It's her turn. She's going to roll a perception check to try to sniff you out. roll me roll me some stealth to be as silent as possible. She rolls a 20.
Well, I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to win that.
Yeah, your dragon wings, she hears. One second. I need to do something real quick. Hang on. Okay. She is going to dive down towards.
Because she's so impressed with my prowess.
Actually, what's going to happen is she's going to dive back down into the hold of the ship, past all of you on the deck, and try to grab up Methelrond in one of her claws. And then she's used her movement below you all and her action to grab Methelrond in one of her claws. So the dragon is now in the hold below you on the top deck. You're flying above. What do you do, Leonard, Ordella, and Cadillac? I'll go in order here. Leonard, you're up first.
Okay.
Dragon dove down below you. You're on the top deck. She's going down after Methelrond.
And
You have the drone ready to burn there set up. And she's going down to scoop him up. It's your turn. What do you do? I'll say she hasn't grabbed him yet. She's going down to grab him. You had set a trap. You have the option to do something.
Yeah.
Are you calling to threaten her? Say, let us go or I'll burn him? Or what are you doing?
I'm going. Okay. Final decision. I'm going to. No.
She's not going to let us go anyway.
So my dilemma is that she's not going to let us go anyway, and she can catch us. So I think I'm just going to do it.
Now, I'll say this. Well, roll me insight. Let's see what you can glean. Try to give you insight into her side. Oh, God. She seems extremely attached to this corpse. Like, she turned the moment it fell off of her and sacrificed her breath weapon that would have probably killed Cadillac instantly. And now she's going down to very gingerly scoop him up. You have this thing set.
Okay. I'll call out. And let me look at one thing. No, I don't have the thing that makes booming voice prestidigitation or whatever. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just yell real loud.
Okay.
And I'll yell out, if you don't let us go, the wizard gets it.
Roll me intimidation, unless anybody else is able to help.
Oh, Jesus.
And I am prepared if I
Isn't
do not
Harkus still
get the
falling,
answer that I
so-
want.
No, I'm flying.
Oh, sure.
I'm falling with
All right, he's
style.
got an intimidation check. Is anybody helping?
So,
Let's see.
how would we help?
I don't know.
I will say this. So can I help with my? Because what I wanted to do here is really strongly related. I wanted to
Okay,
cast a spell, but I'm not sure if can I do that at the same time?
Yeah, you had a prepared action for when she dove down. So what spell were you casting the moment she dove down?
command
Command.
to
What's your command?
flee.
Okay. Command
Nice.
flee. And the saving throw is?
Should I just roll it?
What's the saving throw?
I'm looking here. Casting time, wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Yes.
She rolls a 16.
And that goes against my save DC.
Mhm.
Okay, my save DC is a 12.
So she would have passed it anyways.
Yeah.
So your spell lands on deaf ears. But she does hear Leonard. His intimidation check. Ordella, are you doing anything to assist Leonard in his intimidation? You're the only one. Cadillac tried to command her. If you can think of a way to try.
I mean, I can roll intimidation too. I guess just kind of.
Are you going to say something, shout something? This will give Leonard advantage or not, if you can think of any way to assist.
Tell her if she doesn't stop that we're gonna burn him. I mean, just like,
Okay.
pull an action. I got a match.
I'm gonna go with no. There's no other new. You can think of no other way to. You can think of no other way to assist.
I assume,
Other than tossing him
I'm not
overboard.
close enough to sort of blow a breath weapon at them.
No, you're too far. Leonard, she rolls a 6 on her wisdom check. Against
All right.
13. And she stops just short of grabbing up the wizard. And you hear from below decks a snarl. And she says, "No. You wasn't."
Oh, I will.
I'll do it
If you don't let
too.
us go.
Be gone then. Be gone then. Leave.
All right, all of us. All of us.
She doesn't respond. She just says, "Be gone."
Okay. I'm gonna book it. Back to the boat.
Okay. Cadillac, you're up.
Do I have a way to intuit whether or not this is another ruse?
Roll insight.
Ooh, thank goodness.
She seems to be forthright at this point.
Okay.
She was definitely not intending to let you go for strapping Mathelrun back on her. Her plan was to get him strapped back on and then murder you all. But you've sort of got her in a bit of a pickle.
I thought dragons had to keep their word.
Ah!
Is that Faith Oak?
Yeah, that's not this.
Yeah.
That may
Leonard, you're so silly.
that may be Puff the Magic Dragon. That's another dragon.
Ugh.
Okay, so I say
You think there's not a lie in what she's saying.
okay. I say let's evacuate the ship pronto. And then I make for the side here to leave, which I guess is what is the most direct way to get off the ship?
Yeah, just leaped over the gate, over the side of it.
Okay.
And running. The guards have already done that. They are way ahead of me.
And then I sort of wave and say, "Bye, Ordella."
And Ordella, you're up.
I'm leaping overboard too. Bye-bye.
You take off running. Harkus, the flying,
Run across the ice.
the flying man.
I'm going to glide my way down to the ship.
All right. You all bolt across the ice. You see the dragons snarl back. Release him! Release him! As you're running, Leonard, you hear, "Release him or die!"
All right. We'll turn
Are
it
we
off.
gonna die if we release him?
And you pull the drone back?
Yeah.
Okay. The dragon, you hear snorting and snarling, and then quiet from the ship as things settle down, and the dragon seems to be snuggling her corpse friend. As you all run across the ice, fleeing from this horrible monster after you put her into a bit of a bind. You make your way back to the ship that you came from with Captain, I cannot recall his name, and leap back on board. And the captain turns to you all and says, "Dear gods, I saw the beast blast out of the belly of that ship." And one of his men was killed by it, and the others are praying. He says, "We make way quickly. I don't know how you managed to get away from it, but it was incredible. I saw you fall from it and then sprout these wings. It was a thing of beauty." You're muted.
It was amazing. Yes, you're right.
And he very quickly makes way to sail, and takes off through the frozen waters, away from this ship locked in ice. And slowly you sail onwards.
Ooh.
Leaving the frozen, locked-in ship in your distance. About then a little bit more time on the ship. And what's everybody doing? I assume taking a rest and recovering.
Yes. And at the same time, sort of trying not to break his arm, patting himself on the back. He thoroughly
It's okay, you have time to
enjoyed-
heal afterwards.
I mean, he thoroughly enjoyed sort of riding the dragon off.
Getting
into
to
the
ride
near
off on the back of the
death
dragon.
sunset.
It was something, that's for sure. Eventually, slowly but surely, you make your way further and further to the north and to the east. Until everybody can take a long rest, actually.
Ooh.
Very welcome.
As you have managed to make your way all the way there. Until eventually the captain pulls around to a very desolate portion of the frozen world. And there you see a area you haven't really seen before, or sort of unlike anything you've ever seen. There is there's a bay that is frozen over, which we're sort of on the outskirts of, and able to really almost walk across the ice to a piece of land. And there is a small domed cabin facing the bay. And the cabin has what looks like a bloated door covered in ice, dormant barnacles hanging slightly ajar on rusted hinges. There's what looks like a giant arch made out of stone that is coming out of the ice, coursing over the ice in sort of a very unique look that is unfamiliar to you. And here you pull up and stop, and the captain turns to you all and says, "Well, we've arrived. This is the known locations of Kajak. Here you will find great whale maps." And he says, "This is where I assume we part ways. I wish you all best of luck. I make for the outskirts, and then around to, hopefully, the seas carry me well, the port of Luskan. One of the few ways to reach these ports these days is via the sea. Treacherous journey, but with luck." And he lets you off. I'm going to take you to the lighthouse. As soon as I find the darn thing. There it is. Standing on the shore, where he has sort of let you off, you're across the ice, and you see this giant, like arch of stone coming out of the frozen water. Like, I'm going to move to where you can sort of see it. Actually, I'll move everybody because you're able to. You're probably not here on the shore. You're actually sort of walking across the frozen ice from the portion where water is, and it looks sort of like this. You guys are all over here. And you see this here. And there is a small cabin that is sort of over here. But you're not able to see because this is sort of view is blocking. And yeah, that's what you see. There is a dock thing standing next to the giant stone arch. And it has what looks like a frozen over wooden plank with a 1 foot diameter copper bell hanging out. Captain told you that legend says that you can summon a giant whale by ringing the bell. If you're able to earn his trust and favor, that he may be able to answer questions that you seek. What do you all do?
I would like to investigate the arch itself.
Yeah.
Since it's sort of an interesting shape.
Yeah.
See if I think it's natural, if it's something that's frozen over.
Yeah. Roll me investigation.
Okay. Oh, dear.
It's a little bit unnatural appearing, but you can't really replace it. Maybe it was made by magic.
Aliens.
This is where the captain tells you that, the seafarers, he says, seafarers know of this place, but nobody else in the entire North would know. Before he left you, he said, you couldn't even find this place if you asked everyone at Bryn Chandler about it. You're way far north, not hundreds of miles, but probably like 50 miles or greater from the nearest civilization, out in the ice, and nobody knows about this place, but except for the legends of seafarers that cross the sea in the ice. So, like he says, there's this ancient creature that is known about. The only one that I know of that knows these waters that might be able to tell you where this mysterious island but it's treacherous and dangerous, and you would have to earn favor.
Have you seen this whale?
It is nay, only legend. Legend says those that earn the trust of Ankajuk, that summon him by ringing his bell, can tell all that is to from the waters. This is where I must bid you adieu. Make for the port of Luskin, hopefully to sail around the sea of moving ice to make our way through the frozen waters to warmer ports to the south. Stand is forsaken. Dragons and ice queens. Yeah. Roll me perception, Cadillac, as you're investigating the arch.
Okay.
You
Moderately better.
Yeah, you notice you're able to see through the ice. It is a little bit thin near the edge of the stone arch, and there's water beneath your feet. You're standing on frozen water, and you can see beneath the arch there are strangely like animals that are swimming around that really ought not maybe be here. But you see a narwhal under the water, and then you see another narwhal, and then you see a dolphin swimming around.
And so these are just sort of playing underneath the ice.
Yeah, just swimming around, playing. I don't know.
When I'm thinking that these are a little bit perhaps peculiar to encounter here, is there a specific reason? Like, are these typically found in warmer water, for example?
Yeah, maybe, but also like, why are they all hanging around here?
So yeah, I guess I mentioned that to the rest of the group, that little observation, that there seems to be a lot of activity around here, the local wildlife, and that feels a little bit peculiar.
Yeah.
Given where we are. There's a lot of life here.
Yeah.
Sylvanas smiles on this area.
Yeah, you actually get that feeling. You get a warm feeling of like Sylvanas smiling upon you and upon the life of the area. What do you do?
We're gonna ring the bell?
What do you do, Ordella?
I asked if we were gonna ring the bell. Are we waiting on something?
She asks with a hand on the clanger.
Exactly. Are we doing this? Are we gonna talk to the space whale? All right, let's ring it down.
Ring the bell.
You walk around to the what looks like a dock built next to the side of the thing, and grasp the clinger of the 1 foot long bell, and give it a giant clang, 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 and the sound echoes for what seems like forever, and then it is quiet, and nothing seems to happen.
Well,
That was anticlimactic.
yeah. Did I do it wrong?
What do you do?
I ring it faster.
You ring it again, and
Yeah.
it rings out a giant, tremendous ring. Roll me perception, Cadillac. Take advantage. You notice even more sea life swimming around this arch. dolphins now, and things.
Okay, I say, Ordella, I think it's having some sort of effect. Ring it like, just let rip.
Heck yeah.
Ordella,
I ring this
just
bell
ring
like
it,
I've
ding,
never
ding,
rung
ding,
a
ding,
bell.
ding, 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 ding.
Woo!
like a dinner bell
More
triangle.
cowbell.
Yeah. You don't notice anything different. Nothing else happens, but Cadillac, you definitely see sea life around the area. Good bit of sea life. None of y'all are druids, are you?
No.
None of y'all can like talk to animals.
I mean, the wizard could when he was high.
That's just space whales.
Well, I mean, I guess he talked to Cadillac when he thought he was a space hamster. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
I have a mess kit. I want to try something. If that's okay.
Yeah.
So I have a mess kit. I'm going to open it up, and I think I have some dried meat and bread in there, and I'm going to start tossing some of it into the water at the wildlife.
Okay. Roll me a animal handling check.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! I killed a dolphin.
No, you can
They
take
said
advantage.
they don't like bread.
You can take advantage because you're giving it food. It's not just like if you were just animal handling without food. Okay, a 10 does it. DC 10. Yeah, you offer food, and one of the narwhals beaches up through the ice and just sort of like rubs up against you and is like your friend. It's like and it kind of like begs for more food, and you've made friends with a narwhal.
Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot speak to it. You know what? It's been a while since my squire has come out, so I'm gonna pull out Shrubwad.
Okay. The bush comes out of your pack, and it goes, "Oh my God, it's cold! Why don't you take me out?"
It's cold, Shrubwad.
Tropical plant.
I'm a tropical bush.
So Shrubwad, we're in a new place, and
Yeah, no shit.
it's a bit cold, but there's a lot of animals here. See, this is called a narwhal. Shrubwad, say hello to the narwhal.
You made friends with the fish.
I did.
That's so good.
This was a mistake.
Throw some berries at it.
Shrubwad. Are your good berries shrinking?
No, I got them. Listen, my berries never shrink. That's what they always say. They say Shrubwad's got the biggest berries.
That is indeed what they say.
That's what the bathroom stall says.
That's what all the people at the bar say.
That's what my mom says at least.
Oh dear. Okay,
We
so
don't have time to unpack that.
right.
Moving on.
So Shrubwad, given that you're, attuned to nature and everything, we're sort of investigating this area. Is there something that you can make out that we may have missed here about just the natural wildlife? And
I got it. Just saying, since I'm a plant, I should know more about animals than an animal does. Makes
yes,
sense.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right. You are a nature worshiping animal, and I should know more about animals than you do. Maybe it wants a good berry here. And it gives you a good berry.
Okay. And I give the narwhal a good berry.
It eats it. And the narwhal rubs up against you and smiles a giant grin.
It's high.
It's been about 25 to 30 minutes as all this is happening. All of a sudden, the water below you turns very, very dark. There's the shape of something extremely extremely large beneath the ice. And the narwhal that you are petting looks at you, and then it looks down at the water, and then it dives beneath the icy waters. And as you're there, all of a sudden, blasting through the ice is a giant sperm whale. Absolutely mammoth sperm whale. On the back of which is a large, very strange looking structure. It is a portion of an ancient ship that has been strapped to the back of the sperm whale with an air bubble entirely surrounding it. And the whale looks up at you and it says, as it bursts through the ice, it says, I, Onkajunk, I am friend to those who are friend to the animals of the sea. And it looks directly at you, cat-like, and it says, you are friend to the sea and friend to me. Who rang my bell? What? And you notice that this whale has this giant old ship strapped to it and an air bubble surrounding it. And it looks at you and says that. And that, gentlemen, is where we will leave it for the evening.
That was fun.
That's really cool.
And Harkus just got like a free ride on a dragon. I'll be fine. I've done it before, I promise.
It worked out.
It did.
Yeah. See, I was planning on her like taking him up and then oops, the corpse fell off into the ice. And while she's going after him, we make our getaway. But no.
No, I had a plan.
You
the whole
had to. Your
time.
plan was like a joyride.
Yeah, and then I was unfurling my wings and floating down.
Let me send you a picture, Hawkins. This can be for the stream of what you see actually bursting through. Because I'm sure I have a handout of this. This is what it looks like. One moment. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh. Well, maybe not. Here. I'm surprised I don't have a handout. That's really shocking. I should have a handout. I'm gonna hold it up to my Zoom camera. Here. You can zoom in on me on Zoom. That is
Wow.
what you see burst forth.
Wow. That's cool.
This is a place with interesting things going on. They should arrange tours.
Only known about to random sea captains and traveled to by people that fail their performance checks.
Oh, I'm so happy Shrubwad got to see this. How many shrubs get to see this? Even less than people. So
Zero. I dare say zero.
right. So he's a very lucky shrub.
I hope you guys had a good time. I'm actually quite surprised that no one died to the dragon.
I know,
because
right?
Holy cow, 31 to hit.
Especially Harkus.
You all were incredibly
And Cadillac, that was
You
impressive.
all were incredibly clever in your way of getting around it. I'll see you all next week when Uncle Jug asks what you need. Friend to the whale. That was very smart befriending the narwhal. Good night,
He
everybody.
knows.
We'll see you all next week. minus our wizard, who's apparently still afraid of the dragon. Hopefully our cleric will return.
Here's hoping.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Right on.